I'm Ryan Feldman, stepping in here on commentary, and we have a very, very special guest. And when I mean special, I mean special. We have the man, the myth, the legend himself, Joe Stapleton in the building.
Hello, my bicycle babies. What game are we? What are we doing here tonight, fellas?
So it is. The blinds are 5-5, and everybody antes $5 every hand. So
Oh, that's cute.
it plays like a 10-25.
Plays a huge game. Yeah.
This is huge. It's 2,000 min, no max.
These are that's American dollars, 7,100. This guy's got.
Yeah. A normal stack is around 5K in this game.
Holy. Do you guys swear on live at the bike?
If it's natural, go for it.
Got it. I won't. I just was curious more how it works here.
Yeah.
Who's this handsome guy with the backwards hat? Is that San Francisco?
That's AM.
Oh, that's AM.
Yes.
Armenian Mike.
No, that's just AM. His name is
my
Aram.
goodness.
And then we also have Armenian Mike. Hence, we put the Armenian flag right there.
Gotcha.
So
That's
everyone
cool.
knows it's him. Yeah, we have a lot of characters in this game. This is a lot of these guys, or pretty much all of these guys, play every
Armenian
week.
Mike, handsome dude, Toothpick McGee. It seems like a really wild cast of characters here.
It is. It definitely is. This is not a game for professionals. This is a game for people that like to have fun and create
Who
action.
have $5,000 that they can dust off on a Thursday night. Where do they get the money from? Where do these people find the money?
Mostly banks.
Robbing them?
Pickups.
Or-
Yeah, and cryptocurrency.
Right, crypto.
Yeah, that's how all these people are rich.
What is it that I made all my money on?
No limit coin.
No limit coin. These are all a bunch of no limit coin millionaires.
Yeah. A flush draw here for Young Man with 2 overs. You know who Young Man is by any chance? This guy right here?
He looks like a young man.
Yeah, he's not that young, but yeah, he's a legend in LA poker. He's been around for decades.
I recognize him. You know, I haven't been in the bike in probably 7 or 8 years, and I think he was here the last time I was here. Pretty sure.
Yeah, he probably hasn't left since then. So flush draw for Young Man, open ender for Eli, and a pair for Yosef. So Yosef has the best hand here.
So let me guess, this is going to get called in 2 spots and then showed down on the river when everyone misses, right? And King High is going to be the hand here.
Let's see if Yosef can hang on here with an 8.
It's going to be tough for King High to beat a pair of 8s. I know, but I'm optimistic.
If you had to guess, how old do you think this guy Yosef is right here in seat 5?
He looks like a very very hard life of a 24-year-old.
Yeah, close. 21.
20? Whoa, my goodness. I went so much younger than I thought because of expectation bias, and I was still overshot it by 3 years.
All right, what do you think about Young Man? How old do you think he is?
Young Man is definitely easily 80 years old.
Yeah, 81 actually.
See?
He ages well.
6. Does that do something for someone? Nope,
No.
It just pairs the board.
Will Young Man go for it here?
Young Man,
Exactly.
when you're down. Okay.
It's his theme song.
Is it really?
He actually is one of the original Village people. He actually grew up in a village.
In a legit village.
Yeah, so they named it after him. It checks down on the river and 8 wins. Yosef hangs on for a nice little pot. Yeah, every time Young Man wins a hand, we play YMCA.
Somehow 8-4 holds up, huh?
Yeah.
My 8-4 is constantly getting cracked.
Yeah, it's just variance.
It's just one of those hands that you lose a huge pot with it or win a small one. Not unless you're...
Yeah, you can't play 8-4 unless you know how to fold it when you're beat.
Right, yeah. Just getting these cooler situations with 8-4 all the time.
Man, you're all over the place.
I'm like the Ryan Seacrest of poker.
Actually, you are.
Except that no one watches poker. But almost exactly the same.
Right, same luck, too.
And I'm going to get Me Too'd eventually. I just know it. They're just waiting for me to have some money to sue for.
I mean, you're in Hollywood.
When all that was going down, I racked my brain, and I was like, have I ever... I think I'm good. I think I'm good on this.
You never sexually harass Phil Hellmuth?
It's very difficult not to because his proportions are just... He's asking for it, really. If you just think the way he moves.
Yeah.
And he's just being so sexy.
Very sexy,
Yeah, so if I was going to harass anyone sexually, it would be Phil Hellmuth, but...
Well, you know what he says? If luck wasn't involved, he'd be the sexiest man in poker.
He'd be harassed every time. I didn't realize that Randall Emmett had his name on this table.
Yes.
24/7.
Yes, he bought that advertisement, and he is there. All right, we got a hand here. Young Man raising it up with 5 deuce of spades on the button, and he gets 3 callers. And Edward has the best hand with a jack. Young Man with bottom pair. He has the worst hand. Here.
It's impossible not to try to break out into the village people every time you say young man.
I know. Okay, if he wins this hand,
Are you allowed to sing on this stream?
for in 3-second intervals.
Really? Okay. Excellent. That's better than I usually get.
You ever watch the show Big Brother?
Yes.
Like, I remember on there, whenever people would start singing, if they're singing for more than 3 seconds or 7
Cut
seconds,
off
they tell
them.
them they can't anymore because of copyright issues.
Right. So on all the things that I do, like most of my stuff is Poker Stars, and we do it in. They're out of England, and their laws are even stricter there. You don't even get 3 seconds.
Eli, actually, in this hand as well, he has top pair, and he's going to lead the flop. Edward calls, and Young Man raises it up with bottom pair. Armenian Mike is going to make a disciplined fold with 5s. And now Eli with top pair and a backdoor flush draw. Probably going nowhere.
I love how backdoors are a thing now. Like, it's quantifiably, like, no one calls you a fish anymore for calling with backdoors.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a legitimate reason. Like, it's actually considered a draw. Like, I used to be like, well, if you're optimistic, you've got a flush draw here. No, no, no.
Whoa, look at it.
Oh, he did ditch
Eli
it, though.
fold and Edward shove? Is that what just happened?
He ditched it.
Eli folds, Edward shoves,
Oh, man.
and a deuce on the river.
That is gross.
Edward made the right play somehow, and Young Man hits the deuce on the river. And now we present to you,
Which bit are we going to do?
Young Man.
Young man. When you... And that's it. That was 3 seconds.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun.
You, me.
Huh, huh, huh.
Y-O-U-N-G.
Man. Young Man in the building.
Filthy, huh?
That's old school LA poker right there.
That is I'll use an old school term, river rat.
There it is. Always watch out for the deuce in the river.
That's really gross.
Look at Young Man. He is crushing the game so far. He is up at least 4K. Young Man's got a 3-bet, fairly small, out of position. There's a straddle in the cutoff. So Chris raises over Yosef's straddle with 10 deuce suited. Young Man's going to 3-bet with cards that we don't know yet. And Chris is not folding yet with 10 deuce suited. He's getting a good price.
Chris don't back down.
Yeah, he doesn't back down. We just saw Young Man 3-bet with ace deuce off a few hands ago, though Chris doesn't know that because it wasn't shown down. And 7-3 deuce, 2 spades. Look at this flop. We got an overpair for Young Man.
And a home run for Chris.
We have the world for Chris. A pair and a flush draw. This is just about as good of a hand as you could flop with 10 deuce suited. When you play in a 3-bet pot with the 10 deuce suited, this is what you're looking for.
Absolutely.
And an immediate raise from Chris here. He's looking to get it in right away.
4,000 more.
It looks like Chris actually has an extra 1,000 back.
How much? 25? We raised to 25.
And we have a 3-bet on the flop, to 2,500 from Young Man. We don't usually see 3 bets go in on one street too often without going all in. And now Chris is not going to fold, so this should be all in and call. And of course, we go one time here at the Bicycle Casino.
Chris is timing the RNG so he can spike the flush, more likely.
All in. And call.
All in and a call. $11,000 pot between Chris and Young Man.
Uno
needs
tiempo.
Uno tiempo. Chris needs to hit a 10 deuce or queen, or 10 deuce or spade. A queen on the turn gives Young Man a set and the
Oh,
spade
my
on the river.
goodness.
Chris needed to hit a non-pair board spade,
He was due. He was due.
and that's a huge pot for Chris. Unlucky for Young Man, who's been playing some good poker tonight. And that is nearly an $11,000 pot for Chris. 10 deuce suited.
5,000.